At its core, the world of alternative finance is another variation on the age-old idea of a liquidity machine. Recycling investors' money to produce a better return at lower costs with less friction. The final shape of the product might look innovative and radical, but in reality, traditional principles still matter, not least the analysis of risk.
Investors need to know what their risk is in terms of just numbers. So far, none of them are giving quantitative information to investors as to what their risk is in the future. How much money might they lose? What is the range of returns?
For most platforms, the key differentiation beyond product innovation centers on next-generation risk and credit analysis anchored by big data.
All our different platforms in the US use big data. It's actually a critical part of the equation. So depending on what platform and what product you work on, you're going to really use very specific parts of that big data set to come to a very specific way of underwriting your credit product.
On the consumer side, the aspiration must be towards a data-driven model. And we see that that's actually having better outcomes in terms of loss rates and better outcomes for the customer.
But in bigger business, in secured lending, it becomes much harder. And I think the usefulness of big data for those sorts of credit processes are much more difficult and make up a smaller percentage, I think, of what's needed. A bigger percentage needs to be human.
Innovative credit and risk models become all the more important operating in niche and underserved verticals and discrete national markets.
We look at it first in scaling up in an attractive vertical niche. For us, I think what's interesting about our customer base is that you're taking someone at a time in their life and providing them with a product which is quite transformational. Other marketplace lenders, other banks, and other financial service providers are not able to target that person very effectively.
There are two sort of criteria which will sort of determine the probability of success for these fintech companies. Those two aspects, one being superior borrower experience and the ability of a fintech player to provide that experience to their borrowers. And second is, how can they reduce the cost of borrower acquisition? I think these two parameters will determine the eventual sort of success of a fintech platform.
The prize is huge if the right mix of technology, marketing, and instinct can be combined. Alternative finance providers have a chance to capture parts of the market within which the traditional players either cannot or will not operate.
We could see the next fund, for example, could be focusing on the invoice factoring space. No one's really done one of those yet. There are, many, many ways you can cut this industry, and it is a new asset class. So I would expect there to be a massive proliferation of different ways of investing, actually.